Have you ever looked at someone whose discipline is so extreme, so precise, so relentless, that it almost feels unreal? Someone who wakes up at the same time every day, who moves with a strange mechanical consistency, who never breaks, never negotiates, never slows down while everyone else stops after a week. People look at those individuals with a strange mixture of fear and admiration, whispering, "That's not normal." But what if I told you this level of discipline isn't talent or genetics? It isn't motivation, self-help tricks, or magic. It is something far more ancient, far more powerful, something practiced by Zen monks for over 800 years. And if you learn how it works, you won't just become disciplined, you will become unrecognizable even to yourself. That transformation began for a man named Raphael, programmer, who looked successful on the outside, but inside he was living the same cycle millions of people live today. He tried meditation, but quit after a week. Tried reading books, but stopped on page 4. Tried waking up early, only to return to old habits. His entire life was a pattern of motivation gives negotiation, gives surrender. Monday felt powerful. Wednesday felt shaky. Friday was defeat. Sunday was promises. He didn't realize he wasn't fighting laziness. He was fighting the architecture of his brain, which treats every new habit like a threat, a disruption to its comfort. He thought he needed motivation. But what he truly needed was an identity shift, the kind monks undergo the moment they take their vows. Everything changed the day Raphael discovered something mind-blowing. Since the year 1200, every morning at 3:30 a.m., a bell rings at Aihaji Temple in Japan. And since the year 1200, without fail, without exception, every single monk wakes up. Not early, not late, not if they feel like it. The thought of staying in bed does not even exist in their minds. Why? Because monks understand a truth most people never realize. Every commitment your brain has is either reversible or irreversible. If it is reversible, meaning optionally your mind will negotiate. But if it becomes irreversible identity levelly, no longer choose, you simply do it. Raphael realized he never changed his identity. He only changed his behavior temporarily. So he did something different. He rewrote who he was. He wrote on paper, "I am a person who meditates every day at 5 a.m. for 90 days. He signed it, posted it publicly. People mocked him, perfect, because for the first time in his life, quitting would be more painful than continuing. And on the third morning, when the alarm rang and the voices in his mind whispered, "You're tired. Sleep. One day won't matter." He felt a new, terrifying pressure, the humiliation of breaking his public identity. So he got up. Not because he felt strong, but because he had removed the option of quitting. This was the beginning of his rebirth. But Raphael soon discovered that identity alone wasn't enough. Even after eliminating the option of quitting, he was losing energy every day, simply deciding when to meditate. Should he do it now, later, before breakfast, after work? This constant decision-making drained his discipline before he even started. So he borrowed another secret from the monks. Non-negotiable hours. He chose 5 o'clock a.m., not because he loved mornings, but because at 5 o'clock a.m., the world is silent. No messages, no calls, no distractions. The time wasn't chosen for optimization. It was chosen for elimination, eliminating every excuse, and the first week was torture. His body resisted every morning, pulling him back into old patterns. But by the second week, something remarkable happened. His body began waking up on its own. By the third week, he was sitting upright before the alarm rang. This wasn't motivation anymore. It was biological adaptation. Yet there was still one more trap. Raphael realized he had removed the win, but he was still negotiating what to do. Some mornings he meditated. Some mornings he read. Some mornings he exercised. His brain had discovered a new loophole. So Raphael applied the harshest discipline principle from Zen tradition. Exact repetition. No variation, no creativity. Every single day, 20 push-ups, 10 minutes meditation, 10 minutes reading, same order, same timer, same environment. For 90 days, people said he was robotic. His girlfriend said he was becoming obsessive. They didn't understand that obsessive was exactly the goal. Because by week 4, his mind went to war, craving novelty, craving variety, craving escape. But by week 6, the voice in his head grew weaker. Some mornings, he finished half his push-ups before he even fully woke up. His body was doing the work without needing permission. But the real test came when life itself attacked him. On day 35, Raphael caught the flu. On day 40, he had to travel. No quiet room, no equipment. Old Raphael would have quit. But now he understood a principle deeper than discipline. Gaps destroy identity. The moment you create a gap, even one day your old self crawls back in through the door you left open. So he adapted. 2 push-ups instead of 20. Traveling, meditation in the Uber, reading on the plane, push-ups in the bathroom, not perfect, but continuous. A river keeps flowing even during drought. That flow was all that mattered. But there was one enemy left, the enemy that destroys most people: unexpected chaos. Raphael realized every failure in his past came from moments he didn't plan ahead for. So he wrote down every obstacle he had ever faced: sickness, oversleeping, travel, guests at home, bad moods, and created pre-solutions. If X happens, I will do Y. If tired, minimum version. If traveling, microsessions. If feeling low, do the shortest possible version. No decisions, no negotiations, just response. His brain no longer wondered, how will I stay disciplined tomorrow? Because the answer already existed. By day 70, Raphael had transformed into something frightening. His coworkers said his level of consistency was scary. His friends said he was too intense, and Raphael finally understood. Normal people get normal results. I'm not trying to be normal. By the time Raphael reached day 90, something irreversible had happened. He didn't just have discipline, he had become discipline. His old self, the man who negotiated with himself, who made promises he didn't fulfill, who relied on motivation, had died quietly somewhere around week 6. In his place stood someone new, someone unrecognizable, someone others stared at with confusion, admiration, sometimes even fear. He realized something profound. Real discipline isn't about doing something every day. It's about becoming someone who cannot break their pattern, someone who feels uncomfortable not practicing, someone whose identity has replaced their willpower, someone whose consistency exposes other people's excuses so painfully that they say, "You're too extreme," just to protect themselves from admitting they are standing still. But the truth is simple. The world is moved forward by extreme people, not balanced people, not comfortable people. People who become so consistent that their existence itself becomes a statement. Raphael didn't inspire people because he worked hard. He inspired people because he became the living proof that transformation is possible and irreversible. This is the secret monks understood for 800 years. You don't rise to the level of your motivation, you fall to the level of your identity. And when your identity changes, your life no longer requires discipline. It simply requires you to be who you are now. Raphael didn't finish a 90-day streak. He buried his old self. He became frighteningly consistent. He became unbreakable. He became the kind of person others look at and whisper, "That's not normal." And he finally smiled because he knew that was the point. The only question now is, are you ready to become the version of yourself that terrifies your past and intimidates your excuses? Because transformation doesn't happen when you try harder. It happens when the old you dies and a new, unstoppable version is born.